record. All right. Well, let me see if I can share my screen. Alrighty, so I just have a few announcements, and then we're gonna kind of do a live power hour. So I will go ahead and kind of show you guys some of the things that I do, and then like if anybody else has a different way they do something, or you want to, I don't know. We've never done a live power hour. I know I've been on other power hours where they just kind of show you, or you do it all together. And I haven't done my power hour yet, so I'm totally up for like turning on some music and just all doing it at one time. But yeah, we're just gonna see how it goes and talk about some different stuff. But here are Success Club shout outs so far. We're a little over halfway through the month. And so we have so many of you on the board. It's awesome. I love seeing all these names. I love when it takes me like more than a few minutes to put this together because there's so many names to be added onto there. So shout out to Emily for getting her first one, and she's on the call. So awesome job. Way to go. Megan's already at 10. Julie and Riley have also hit Success Club with 6. There's a few of us, Erin and Shannon at 4, and then a whole load of you at 2, which is awesome. You're on the board. Help 2 more people and you hit Success Club yourself. Oh, I was going to say, I don't even know what the August prize is, but it's Team Cup. So obviously hitting Success Club is the Team Cup prizes. So awesome job. Keep moving forward. Hopefully we can give you some tips tonight that will kind of help push you to that point and continue. So announcements. So at the beginning of August, we decided to do a challenge group every Monday because I felt like if you always had something you were inviting to, then, you know, you would just be, it would hopefully just propel everybody forward. But looking ahead, there's a lot coming up that I think if we push and wait until the 29th, it'll just kind of be better for our challengers. So we're not going to do a challenge group on the 22nd, which would be Monday. So if you have somebody sign up like today or tomorrow, even Thursday, you can still throw them in the group that started this week. They might be a little bit behind, but if you just really push the on-demand with them, they should be able to get their workouts and everything through that. So we're actually going to do 2 groups on the 29th, and these are both going to be on the Challenge Tracker app. So after this Country Heat group is done, we will no longer be on Facebook. So if you really enjoy the Facebook groups, I'm sorry. I like aspects of it. I like parts of it, but I don't like looking at my phone in the day and having like 70 notifications. I mean, I just don't. But I mean, it's awesome. It's awesome to have so many notifications, but I like it when it's all in one app too. So we're going to have 2 different groups on the 29th. One is going to be Country Heat, and then one is going to be a regular. So they could be 21 Day Fix, 22-Minute Hardcore, Hammer and Chisel. We're going to do 2 separate groups because some of us are like promoting a VIP Country Heat group and exclusive Country Heat group. And actually all of the people that are in the Facebook group right now, their group will end. And so we want to roll them right into another Country Heat group. So that's the reason we're doing 2. Country Health Bet, not Health Bet. And the health bet, if you guys have not heard about this yet, I should have looked up what the FAQ was. I can look up that in a little bit. I still need to dive into it and read and make sure that I understand everything. But basically, Beachbody put in $1 million into this pool of money. And for every challenge group that's been sold, they've added $5. So right now it's at $1.5 million, I think, the last time I saw a post about it. And so our challengers are able to be in a group in the Challenge Tracker app. All they have to do is for 4 weeks, log 5 Shakeologies with a picture with their shake and then 3 workouts, and they'll be entered to win out of this pot. So they could win $5, they could win $20, they could win $1. Either way, they're still earning money for, you know, drinking their Shakeology and logging their workout. So I think if we have 2 groups going there on the 29th, rather than have a really small group on the 22nd and hope for some bigger groups on the 29th. So that's just kind of what we were thinking. If you have questions, let me know. But I think if we just kind of, and so even if you have challengers that sign up next week, you can still hold them off until that 29th group because of the health bet. And you can just say that and go from there. Also with that, with the health bet and with all of this, I have sent an email to all of my inactive challengers. So meaning they haven't bought Shakeology for a while. I sent them a message about the health bet, about the upcoming group. I've had 3 of them say, 3 out of like, I'm embarrassed to tell you how many inactive people I had on my downline, but 3 people say, yeah, like I've been wanting to get back into it, everything. They've jumped on. I've had a few people that have said, let me think about it. And then I've had a few that are like, well, actually, you know, I do want to cancel my account or whatever, which is fine because, I mean, if they're not getting Shakeology, it does them no good to keep their account open and stuff. So if you have a lot of inactive people in your downline that haven't bought Shakeology for 2 or 3 months, definitely think about sending out that message. I'm also going to send an email out to all my customers, and that includes my leads. So if you're one of my personally sponsored coaches, you'll be getting an email from me. It was on my list to do today, but it might get shoved to tomorrow. But just sending them an email about the health bet and just kind of explaining that. Also talking about different things that are coming up and so on. So, okay, so a free group. I'm kind of doing something different this month through my like page training that I've been doing with Jesse Reagan and watching that video last week with Katie Ursa. I'm trying something different, like just for me and my business, I guess you could say. I'm going to run a free group through my like page. So I'm going to try and target all those people that have been coming in and liking my page throughout the last month or so with this training that I've been doing. I will share my content in the group. So if there's somebody that wants to take that and make a group and do the posts and that kind of thing, you are more than welcome to do that. I know, like I talked to Megan about it yesterday, she might take her coaches because she has quite a few new coaches. They may branch off and do a different group. So if there's somebody in my downline that wants to take that template, take that content and put on a free group and run it, all the more power to you. My time is just going to be spread thin starting today. And so it's just something I want to try. And if it works, then I'll bring it back and I'll share with you what's working, what's not, and just kind of go from there. But it's something that I'm trying out and I'm playing with, and we'll see how it goes. So just a heads up on that. I will post as soon as I have my content up, I'll post it in the group. So if somebody wants to take the lead and do that, you're more than welcome to. Coach Sneak Peek. So we kind of thought about moving it back to a night, like having a 1 hour or so sneak peek. So what night do you think works best for people? And I know everybody's different. Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday nights?
I think Tuesday is probably
Tuesday?
the best. Yeah. Because Wednesday's church night and Monday night sucks.
Yeah. Okay. What I want, or what I'm thinking, is I want to, how do I want to say this? I feel like we've done a sneak peek every way you can possibly do a sneak peek. That's how I feel. Sometimes we have a really good outcome with the group, and sometimes they just suck. So to say it nicely, I think with the live feature on Facebook, I feel like we need to utilize that. So I think people really connect with when you tell your story about why you decided to start coaching, how you got started, what it's done for you, how you fit it in. I think that really resonates with people. So I think we should share a majority of that. And then, of course, like throw in those common questions like, how do I sign up? How do I make money? How much time does it take? What do I have to do? Those kind of things. But I think we should do it all live. Like, I think we should all jump on, do the live videos. I think we should try and keep it around 5 minutes. But if Megan's sharing her story and somebody's on there and has a question for her and they type it on and she talks about it. So I think if we like, let's say we take that in place of our team call or whatever. So we start at 8 or we start at 9. I don't know. What time do you think would work better for people?
I don't know, because like some people late works better, and then some people it's like if you go too late, they're sleeping, like are getting ready.
I know for me in the past it was like, well, I'd rather do it at 8 or 8:30 because like I was going to bed at 9 o'clock. But but I think, I don't know, I almost feel like 8:30 or 9 it would hit people better because like right now sometimes they're getting kids ready for bed and stuff. So I don't know, maybe we can think about that, 8:30 or 9 o'clock. But I think if we just have an order of like, okay, Kylie's going to do the welcome at 8:30, and then Megan's going to jump on and share her story. And then, she's shooting for 5 minutes, but if it takes 10 because people are asking her questions, and then Liz is up next, she just has to be ready to go when Megan's done, So it will be, I don't know, what do you guys think? That's just kind of what was going through my mind as something different, but yet, because sometimes I feel like if we upload a YouTube video, I don't feel like people look at that as much. Whereas if you're live.
Do you want to like have a schedule of how many people are going to go so then we can measure it out like for minutes? Because if we throw in like the how do you make money or how do you do, like I feel like those are going to generate way more questions than like me sharing my story.
Yeah,
so that's a good point. If we could just say like figure out how many of those other videos we need to do and like give 5 or 10 minutes for those, and then maybe just 5 minutes max for us or something.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
For our stories.
What if we did like those one videos you think doing like the how do you make money, those kind of posts should be at the beginning, or you think those would be better at the end?
I feel like
it's hard.
I don't know.
Or in between, or alternate it.
I feel like if you just do, I don't know, because like I'm thinking like if you do them all at the beginning, then people will go to the beginning and then they probably won't listen to our stories at the end, unless I don't know, because some of them know like our stories already, and so they might like check out after. So like it'd be nice to like alternate it, but then at the same time like you'd have to watch and make sure like if you go at 8:30 you have to be ready at 8, and just watching to see how far it would go.
I think it's something if you sign up to do it, like you should just be in the sneak peek and in the group the whole time, like sitting there, because I'll be honest, like sometimes I'll post my video and then like I know Megan's story, so I don't always listen to her video or whatever, but I think if we're in there, and because I think that's why our summit group was so successful, because like we were in there posting and commenting, and I mean granted we were in Nashville, so that makes a difference, but I think the more people are active in the group and commenting on stuff, I think it brings those people that we've invited more up to speed or whatever, I guess. You know what I mean? So, okay, well, let's shoot for the 30th for the sneak peek. And then let's just do that in place of our team call. So we want to do 8:30 or 9 o'clock.
But if we did like 8 to 9, and then if it went to 9:30, it's not a big deal.
Okay, you think that?
Because I know like I'm going to be sleeping. I'm going to want to like sleep earlier. But I mean, I can like stay awake or whatever. But I know that like a lot of the teachers go to bed early because they have sports in the morning, or they have, I don't know, school or workouts or 5 a.m. workouts or something, So if we did 8 to 9, and then if it went to 9:30, it's not a huge deal. That way you're not up till 10 or 11.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so 8 to 9, 9:30, and then I'll kind of look back on some of the posts we did and what's been successful, and just kind of go from there and make a little schedule and go from there. So awesome. Okay, the last thing I'm going to talk about is in the challenge groups. In the Country Heat group, somebody shared with me a tally chart that they can use to log or keep track of their workouts, their Shakeology, their daily posts, like their motivation, all that kind of stuff. And I don't know if you guys even know this, but since our red, white, and blue group, so what was that, 4th of July? Or was that Memorial Day? Red, white, and blue?
I think it was the 4th.
No, that must have been July. So ever since July, I have been going through and tallying all the challengers in the challenge groups. So like when they post their workout, their Shakeology, when they rate themselves, when they do motivation, when they post recipes. And if you guys want to guess, like that takes a lot of time. Like just to sit down and go through the challenge group to check in and comment probably takes you 5 minutes. This probably takes me anywhere from 15 to 20 because I have to type my comment, I have to tally, go to the next one, type my comment, tally. And so when this chart was shared with me, which if you guys haven't seen it, I think I have it up here. We can find it. Here we go. So it looks like this. So this was shared with me. Megan helped me fix it because I had like a mini meltdown one night. I was trying to figure this out and I was like, I can't do it. But so they keep track of all their stuff, which I loved because that keeps them even more accountable. We in the Country Heat Test Group especially, we've been encouraging them to post. And then this is just another way for them to go in and be accountable into what you're doing, and posting. And then they can look and say, okay, I can get more points if I post my meals and stuff. But not only that have I been tallying that, but I've been sending your challengers prizes. I don't know if you guys know that. But from these last like 4 or 5 groups, I didn't keep track of it, but I think I've spent probably over $50 on challengers, sending them presents or gifts for participating in the challenge groups. And I just, like the other day, I was just like, oh my gosh, like I'm doing this. I don't mind doing it, but I almost feel like I just can't do it anymore, if that makes sense. So, I think that this is important though for these guys to do that because I think it keeps them accountable. I think it helps them realize where they're slacking, but also like this category 4, commenting on other people's posts, like look at all these people that are engaging on other people's posts. And what are we doing? We're building future coaches by them doing this. So what I'm thinking is whoever, we'll have them keep track of it on here. Hopefully I can tell them all to do their totals because I don't want to sit there and add them all. But if your challenger wins for that week, I would like you guys to be responsible for sending them something. Like all I've done is send them a little packet of Energize or a packet of Shakeology or a package of Hydrate, or I had Recover packets. I sent them something like that and a little note that said, I love your participation. You're doing awesome. Like that's all I did. And then I shipped it to them. If they were the overall winner, so if they posted the most, I sent them a headband and a packet of Energize or whatever. So it doesn't have to be like a huge thing, but I bet it would probably mean more to your challengers too if they got something from you rather than this person they probably don't even know. So I'm just gonna do that. Like if your challenger wins, then it's up to you. And if you don't send them something, then that's on you and not on me. It's just, I don't know, it starts to add up after a while, and I didn't mind it at first, but now it's kind of like I need to take a step back but I love this idea because it keeps them accountable and it keeps them even just this one just gets me. And like even the rating themselves, I know that's huge because it is that it put it up on the TV, how did you do today? All those kind of things. So if your person is this last group, the challenge yourself to change, like after that group, every group after that, if your challenger is the winner, then I'll just send you a message and then let you go from there and let you take care of it. So I think that was it for my announcements. I feel like there was one other thing I wanted to say, but I can't remember. It'll probably dawn on me later. So, all right. So live power hour. Here are some of the things that I do every day that in my mind are non-negotiable. If you want to move forward, you want to be successful, you want to hit Success Club, these things have to be done every single day. You have to send out invites. You have to check back with people. You have to add new people to your network. You have to message them. Planning out your posts or just posting on social media, that has to happen. And then checking into your challenge groups. And this last one, why is that so important? How many of you were in a challenge group before you became a coach? Every single one of you, right? Okay. So challenge group, that's so important. That is where coaches come from, right? Where's she at? Shannon was on here. Did I lose her? I did see her. Shannon is probably my only coach that was not in a challenge group before she decided to coach. Shannon is probably the only one out of like 12 people that have said they wanted to coach and stuff. So putting in that effort there is important, is really important. And not only to just your challengers, but to everybody. So inviting, let me show you. And this is like a disaster. So I always keep all of my stuff in my drafts folder in my inbox. Reason being is because I have it here and I have it on my phone. So if I am at school or I'm in the car and I need to send somebody a message, there we go. So I try to mix up my messages in August and July. I have a June one here. Here's a May one. And honestly, what I do is I sit down at the beginning of the month and I try to type out, like, I'm talking to my best friend. Oh my gosh, like, has it sunk in? It's August yet. I'm in denial. I'm not ready to go back to school. Seriously, where did summer go? And then I know this is random, working on getting my next group set up, blah, blah, blah. Now, this is a person that I have had in an interest group on Facebook for weeks, if not months. And I've been trying to connect with them on Facebook and like their posts. It's not just some random person that I was like, I'm going to message Emily today. Okay, it wasn't, that's not how I do it. That's not, because to me, I've had people do that to me. I've had people send me a message about it works, and they were somebody I just added on Facebook yesterday. And then they send me a message about it works. And I'm like, all right, so like it happens. But that really doesn't make you feel that great. So that, to me, this is what I usually send out, okay? And then this is what I do for my checkbacks right here. This is my first checkback that I send. So just wanted to make sure you got my message. I'm opening up my accountability group today or soon. Either way, let me know so I'm not bothering you. So I try to always turn it back on me, like kind of make me seem like, I don't want to say the weird one, but put like all the, how do I want to say it? Lighten the mood, I guess you could say. Like, I'm not trying to bother you, but do you want to take advantage of this, that kind of thing. And then I got this from Summit, actually. I don't even remember who said that, but this is what they do in their final checkback. So, hey, if you're not interested right now, that's fine. I'll take you off my list so I stop bugging you. But if you ever change your mind or want some details, just let me know. So that does a couple different things. One, somebody will respond with, okay, sounds great. Yeah, I'll get back to you, or I'll let you know. Chances are they going to let me know? Probably not, but hey, at least they responded, right? Second thing it does is then that person sees that and they're like, well, wait a minute. Maybe I am interested, or I didn't see your messages, but, so it can either tweak that in them, or it can take the pressure off of them for them to say, yeah, I'll let you know. If they say, no, not right now, or no thanks, this is how I respond. So thanks for getting back to me. I appreciate it. Can I check back with you in a couple months to see if it's a better time? I didn't used to do this last little thing until like probably 2 or 3 months ago. I asked my coach, I was like, hey, or my success partner, I was like, how do you check back with people? And then this is what she said. So I don't know. That's what I usually do for my inviting. Megan, I know you kind of do something different, right?
Sorry, I forgot I was muted.
Are you able to talk?
Yeah, perfect. So basically, I don't know, I go through and like, here, let me go to the other room. This crowd is really so basically, like, I kind of say the same things that you do, I guess, but mine are more of before I do like invites and stuff. If I haven't been talking to them for like a week or something, I'll say like, hey, like, how's it going? Did you have a great weekend? And then like, then I'll kind of tie it into like, hey, are you ready to crush some goals this week or whatever? Or something I've been sending back today, because I was talking to you yesterday and just was like, hey, I have conversations going with people, but they're not like going anywhere. So like today I was messaging them back and saying like, hey, I hope the beginning of your week is going really well. I know we were talking a little bit last week about some of your goals and some of, you know, the things you're trying to reach. Is there any other questions I can answer for you, or are you ready to start your journey? Like those kinds of things. So kind of trying to push my conversation a little bit further, I guess, than what it was, because I feel like sometimes I'm like, will reach out to people and then I just kind of get more into their life than I probably like really want to, or I don't know. And so then it kind of veers off of, I don't know, helping them start their journey. So just kind of having that like end in mind, like, okay, I want to help them with their journey. I would love to help them start. Like, what can I do to help them? And so I try to work in like, what are you trying to get at? And so like, I had a lady that said that she wants to lose weight. She's getting married and then she wants to have a baby. And so she wants something she can do while she's pregnant. So then I'm like, okay, trying to think of a program. And then I say, well, this is the best thing I think would work for you. And then kind of going there. So mine are actually kind of the same as yours. It just, I don't know. Mine might have just like a little bit longer of a process, I guess. But
I was going to say, about how long for you does that take before they finally?
It really depends on the person. I've had people who are like, yep, sign me up. Like, I'm ready to go. I've had people that like drag their feet. I had people that sent me like road and fields messages to sign up and like check their products out and stuff. And so I send out messages, kind of like, hey girl messages or those checkbacks. And those I can do in my power hour. It's just that it takes, you know, maybe like another hour or so of like finishing up that conversation, just because, I don't know, I feel like that's kind of what I lead towards. There are people where I send like those messages, you know, hey, we talked last time, just wanted to see if you were in it this month. Like I sent those too. So it's kind of just a mixture depending on the people, if that helps.
Yeah. Do you guys have any questions on that? My checking back, so I send my invite, and then 2 days later I check back with them the first time. And then if they still don't respond, I check back 2 days later. So I do like a 2-day thing. And then if the first day they respond and they're like, yeah, I want more information. And then I have a lot of people say, well, then I don't know what to say after that. When they want more information, then I literally just sit down and I like talk out loud as to what I'm going to say. So if they want more information about the Country Heat Test Group, I just tell them what it is. I say, hey, it's dance, cardio, fitness to country music. In the group, we're going to provide you with tips and motivation. It's basically just an awesome environment of women working together to crush some health and fitness goals. I just tell it how it is. I don't know. I used to copy and paste like something that Heather used to say. It never worked for me. So I was like, I just have to sit down and act like I'm talking to, you know, one of you about what the 21-day fix is or what the challenge group is. You know, and the more you can make it conversational, the better it is, and they can feel that. And they can feel, it's crazy, but they feel your energy too, you know, and they can tell if you're copying, pasting, or just spewing out a lot of facts. You know, I just try and keep it like the bare minimum. And I try to always ask a question too. So if they're like, yeah, I want more information. Like right now I'm talking about Country Heat, but I'm like, but if dancing's not really your thing, there's lots of other programs too. So like, what type of exercise do you like to do? And then usually they come back with, oh my gosh, I hate cardio. I kind of like to lift, but I just hate cardio. I hate running. Boom, Country Heat is going to be perfect for you. You know, like, but I'm not going to know that unless they tell me that, right? So always try to be asking questions and going from there. So
one thing I did when I was a newer coach that took up a lot of my time was like I would sit there and have like a drawn out conversation with them without actually figuring out like their goals and what they wanted. I would just like explain different programs to them. And like, if I sat here and was like, Emily, here's Hammer and Chisel, here's 22-minute, oh, by the way, Country Heat. And, you know, like if I gave you all these programs, you'd be like, I have no idea why you're doing this to me, you know? And then, yeah, of course you'd stop talking to me, you know? So like, I'm working on now, like saying, what are your goals? What do you want to do? What do you like? And then, you know, giving them that program that I feel is the best fit for them. And then actually like throwing in the price that like in a way that it doesn't make it seem like, holy crap, it's $140. I say it's on sale. It's super awesome. It's a brand new program for only $140. Here's what you get with it. You know, because honestly, like I used to talk for like hours and then they would be like, how much? And I'd be like, $140. And they'd be like, nope. Of course, like I just shoved 90 programs down your throat and like didn't care what you wanted. And so that's something too to.
Sometimes I think less is more for sure. This is one thing that I was using for a while in July when people would say, yeah, I want more information. I just tried to give them the bare minimum. Like we're doing the 21-day fix, 30-minute workouts, nutrition plan, replacing a meal with Shakeology. I've learned that to talk about Shakeology right up front, because otherwise people think, oh, I can just get the workout and the DVD. So I've noticed if I talk about Shakeology right away, like it's a key aspect of it, that helps too. Support group all online, staying on track, and then, you know, what goals do you have? So right now, like I say something like, you know, the program I'm doing right now is Country Heat, but if you're not into dance cardio, like in parentheses, I never thought I'd be either, you know. So, and that's why I have these in a draft on my computer, because I sat down one day and typed these out. And then that way, if I am pressed for time, like if I'm on the go, I can just copy and paste it quick, you know, and try and check back with them later and stuff too. Okay. The next one is adding friends and messaging them. So let me go through. You like all my tabs that are open right here? Like, oh, it's insane. Okay. So, P.S. It looks like Bonnie bought a house, in case anybody's wondering. Okay, so usually there's stuff that shows up on the side, but otherwise I go to this one right here and I look for find friends. And so what I do is I go through and I'm like, okay, well, this person's from HMS. I'm like, okay, and I don't know who this is, and like I know I had her daughter in class, but so if I wanted to, if I felt like she was a person in my target market, I would add her as a friend. Trista Helmers, I know that she was just recently out of high school, so that's not really my target, so I remove her. No offense, but this lady looks kind of older, not really my target market, so I'm going to remove her. Let's see, hopefully I can find somebody. Well, here's an example. Okay, so like here's a younger gal. Okay, like she's got pictures with kids, like that could be. I always come over here, click on mutual friends, and I start to look. And I look. Oh, Amber's a coach. Who else? Heather's a coach. Jenny's a coach. Lisa's a coach. Maddie's a coach. All these people are coaches. Guess what? I'm not going to add her as a friend because she's friends with other coaches. And I don't add random men to my Facebook. But I just don't add people that are already friends with coaches, because I think about what I'm doing with my friends on my Facebook. And if I'm doing my job as a coach, like I should have already, you know, talked to that person or invited them. And to me, if somebody is getting the same message from two different people, that just takes away the authenticity of that original invite or whatever. So like, okay, I look at this person. Oh, she's from Spencer, so I always like double check. So I'm like, sometimes I've added people from Spencer, which is where I grew up. And then I send them a message. I'm like, I don't think we know each other. And they're like, no, we totally went to high school together. I'm like, oh, crap. It's my pregnancy brain, right? That's what I tell them. But so then I look and I'm like, I kind of look at their friends. I'm like, okay, I don't see them friends with anybody else, but they're friends with a lot of people that I've been adding on Facebook. So I'm like, okay, you know what? Yep, I'm going to add her as a friend. This person I only have one friend with, so I feel I try not to do that. Okay, here we go. Bethany Johnson. Oh, she's from Spencer. Awesome. Click here. Jill, she's a brand new coach, right? I'm still not going to add her as a friend because Jill's a coach. I don't want to take, I don't know. Maybe that's her best friend. And then I send her a message, and so I'm always looking. And, right off the bat, you might not know who the new coaches are. But like here, I also look. Half of the kids on this list are high school kids or just graduated. Remove. I don't want to add a high schooler, right? Got a geese. I wonder who that is. Remove. But maybe I shouldn't have said that. Oh no, you have your earphones in. Okay, good. We're good. That was Megan's sister-in-law, if you guys didn't know. Okay, so then I look here. I'm like, oh, she's got little kids. Even though they're wearing Hawkeye stuff, like she has little kids. That's definitely my target. So, but here's the thing. I know that this gal is a coach. She's not a coach on an art downline, but I know she's a coach. So I kind of look. I know this gal is a coach because I've learned that those two are coaches together. So unfortunately, even though this person is like right in my target, to me it's not worth it because they've probably with them. So it takes time, right? And sometimes people that have like, obviously that's a guy, but sometimes I've added somebody and I thought they were a female and they definitely were not. So it takes time to go through and see. But once those people accept your request, then new people pop up on yours as well too. So, it takes time to go through. Like here, I'm like, are you a male or are you a female? So then I'll go, okay, see him. So, nope, not going to happen. So yeah, so that's what I do. So then I go through and I try to add 5 to 10 people a day. Because out of that 5 to 10, I know that probably 2 or 3 are going to accept my request. So then I go over here and I click on my friends and I go to my recently added. And so I'm paper and pencil. So I have a list of people going who have accepted my friend request. So Brandy Tolbert, she accepted my request. And also Tiffany McKee. And I've been adding people from my like page, so I'm not sure if this is like page or another one. But so I jot them down. And then what I do is I have a friends list. I have a friends list here for new friends, or an interest list, I should say. So then what I do is I add them to this list. And it looks like I already added Brandy. What was the other one? Key. So then I add these people to this list, and then their posts all pop up right here. So then when I'm going through and I'm adding value to them, like usually if it's stuff like this, I like it. But if it's a picture of them and like their kids, I'll try to say something. And I struggle with this because I don't like getting a million notifications, but like, I try to comment more so on like the personal stuff, like, I don't know, your kids are cute or I don't know, whatever it might be. I try to comment something. So then you can see like, here's on my list of people I plan on inviting. Here's my new friends. I have all of you in a list so that way I can go through and I can see your posts and everything. How you do this is you go to friends, more, and then create list. And then you can name it, whatever you want to name it, and then just add people in there. So I keep that going, and then I connect with them through that friends list for about a week. And then I go through over here, and oh yeah, I've been messaging Katie Ursa back and forth. You should be jealous. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so then I go through and I have these people And I am going to send her a message. And again, I have a general message that I use. New friends. So this is what I typically say. And for some people, this is where it gets kind of awkward. And at first it was for me too. But now I just do it and I just don't think about it. But hey, just wanted to say hi. Nice to meet you. We have mutual friends, a few things in common. If they have a picture of them and their family, then I say, what a beautiful family. If it's just a picture of them, I say something about, like, you're gorgeous or you're pretty, you're beautiful, whatever. And at first I'm like, gosh, that's probably creeper and weird. But most people are like, oh, thank you. Like, that made my day. Which, I guess if somebody said that to me. So then I've gotten in the habit of looking them up because sometimes they don't post a lot. And then I want to make sure, like, I, like, look back at their pictures and kind of see. So, like, she does have some kids, right? So I'm probably going to say something like, you have a beautiful family or whatever. So I go back here, copy and paste. Make sure you change their name. Don't not change their name. Nice to meet you, blah, blah, blah. Okay, and then send it. And so, like, tonight I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of those messages that I have to send out. So that's how it works for me. I know that seems like a long process, but for me, that's how it works to keep track of it. So, Megan, do you have anything different you do?
Yeah, so basically instead of like the calendar or pencil and paper or whatever, once, like, when Kylie said that she goes to like her friends of friends or whatever and adds people, once they add me back, like, I go into Streak on Gmail and I just add them into a new people list. So, like, where it says like request sent or whatever, like, so I have a list of people under there that just say new people, and then I put the date that they added me on Facebook and stuff, and then I go from there and put them into an interest group on Facebook. So instead of putting them into a calendar or writing them on a piece of paper, I just plug them into the computer, and then I just use it that way. I have been starting a list, like a notebook, and writing their name. And if I send them like a hey girl message or something, I write that I sent them a message on like a notebook sheet of paper. And so then, like, when they message me back or something, I have an idea of what we were talking about, because I used to rely on Facebook messaging, but sometimes like your messages don't pop up, like old ones. And then sometimes I go through and clean my messages out because it drives me insane to have like 90 messages on there. And so, like, once I like talk to somebody, sometimes if I clean it out or something, I have an idea of what I said to them. So, like, even on Streak, you can write, like, if you started a conversation, if you talked about their dog, if you sent a hey girl message, you can add all that information in there. So that's kind of what I do. I guess it's kind of pencil and paper, but it's also a little bit of the computer too. So.
And I used to use Streak a lot, and then I just, for some reason, I started going to a calendar, and it just clicked for me. And, like,
so when you
this overwhelms me, I guess.
When you do your calendar thing, so like this girl added you, like, when do you add them to your calendar, I guess?
So that's a good question. So, okay, so like that Kathy Whitrock, who I just messaged, she accepted my friend request last Tuesday. So then I added her to an interest list, and I liked her post, commented for a week, and then I just sent her a message. So then I count 6 weeks from today, and that's when I invite her to a challenge group.
Okay, so you said you put people on your calendar. Are those just people you send out requests to, or are those people that accept your friend request?
I only keep track of people that accept it.
Okay. So she would have accepted like last Tuesday, so she's on your calendar from last Tuesday.
Yeah.
Put her in the interest group, and then today you're going through last week's interest group and sending them messages.
Correct. Yep. Gotcha. And then I add them, then I count 6, like, so Kathy, so today is the 16th, so I'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to invite her to a challenge group on September 27th. Even if she doesn't respond to me, I still keep her in my interest list. I still connect with her on Facebook, and then I still send her a message. I find, though, that the people that respond to me and we actually talk are more likely to join me, and that's just how it is. Like, some people see that message I sent, and they think it's weird because most people don't do that on Facebook, right? But my thing is if you add me and you don't know me, but you think I'm weird for messaging you, you're the weird one, right? Accepting my request, right? Like, that makes you the weird one. No. So, I don't know. It took me time to figure out this strategy that worked for me. Because I tried Streak. You can see, like, I have people in here from, like, when I first started, I was adding them in here. And then it got to be too much for me to kind of siphon through. And so if this works for you, all you have to do is just go to streak.com and you can add it to your Gmail. Like, if this works for you, that's awesome because I know how clean and neat and precise it is. But for me right now, this is what works. And I don't know why. It just does. You have to find what works for you and what helps keep you on track and organized. And Megan said another good thing too about going through your messages. I just went through the other day, last night actually, and went through. You can see I have a lot of messages to return. I went through and deleted messages. So, like, I had messages from July 27th sitting in my inbox. So I went through and deleted all the way up until pretty much Monday. So I went through and cleared them out because the other reason being is that I find people that I might have missed. So I find people that responded to me, but then I kind of didn't write them down, so I missed responding to them. So that's another good thing. I try to do it like once a week, but as you can tell, it ends up being like once every 2 or 3 weeks that I go through and check them all out. So you guys have any questions on that, on adding new people?
Nope, that's easy.
Especially for you. You don't have anything to worry about. Well, I mean, meaning like having other coaches around your area and stuff from our team and stuff.
Nope.
Okay, so the next one, planning out your posts. On our team cup call that we had just before this, we were talking about posting and kind of content to add and talk about and things. And I added it to my list, and I couldn't promise them that I'd get it done for the next 2 weeks, but I'm going to work on a posting calendar for you guys for September. Because I know when I first started out, I lived and breathed off that calendar that Hillary made just because it just helped me kind of have an idea of what to post. And it's funny because, like, all my posts are popping up in my memories from a year ago. And I look at some of them and I cringe because I'm like, why did I post that? Why did I think that was a good idea? You know, I was so salesy. But I think in the beginning, you just have that tendency to do those things and just, it's easy to click and share from Autumn, or it's easy to throw up what the Country Heat Challenge Pack looks like. But honestly, the more real and raw and deep you get, the better outcomes you're going to have. Like, we were talking about posting transformations and talking about Country Heat, but put a picture of your face and then talk about the program. You know, don't just share Country Heat's link for the day. You know, put your face and share and summarize what they talked about and those kind of things. But I will kind of, or I will plan, I don't know how to do that. I will make a calendar because I know those of you that are just starting out, that can really be helpful in just giving you some ideas. Like page, if those of you that have a like page, one of the things that's super awesome about this feature is you can schedule your posts. Unfortunately, you can't do this on your personal page, but you can, you know, type something and then you can schedule it. So one of the things that I try to do is like I'll schedule, especially now that school is on. Like today I scheduled a post at 10, I scheduled a post at 2. And if I wanted to, then I would take those posts and put them on my personal page and just share it when I could at a later time. We were kind of talking, Megan and I were kind of talking about this yesterday. If those of you that have a like page, both of us have kind of found better results if you just share the content on both places. Sometimes they say if you just, like, if I were to go here and just share and like share it on my personal page, all people would really see is that Kylie Cooper shared Kylie Cooper Healthy Living's page or photo or whatever. Like most people are going to scroll through that, right? They don't really, it doesn't catch their eye. But if I posted this on my personal page, like, and you saw this, would that make you stop? You know, rather than just this little like link right here. Oh my gosh, it was so good. I could probably eat it. But so think about that too, you know, and there's nothing wrong with posting it in both places. Bonnie Engel posts the same thing on both of her pages because she says, if they're following me on both, then they're following me on both for a reason. And if they see it twice, they see it twice, you know, if they didn't want to follow her more than once. So if you have a like page, definitely take advantage of that. I sit down in the morning and type out what I want, and then I take a couple pictures and throw them up there. Like this picture, like this one I took before I got out of my car at work this morning, but I posted it at like 2 p.m, even though I took the picture at like 7:45 in the morning or whatever. So I don't know. I find that my posts have more depth and more meaning if I sit down and think about it beforehand and think about what I want to do. Like on the weekends, I'm not going to lie, my posts kind of suck because I'm literally, it's like, crap, it's 3 p.m, I haven't posted anything. You know, I'm outside, here we go. So the more I think about it and try and schedule those, I know the better they are and the better content I get and stuff. But so I will work on that posting calendar. Hopefully I can kind of help you guys figure out good things to post. And the only other thing I can tell you is just start to get more personal. Start to dig a little deeper. It's scary. It's intimidating, but that's why you have all of us. And there's nothing wrong with posting in the challenge or in our team page. I just did the most vulnerable post in my life. Can you go show me some love? And we will all go over there and show you love and comment and tell you you're awesome, you know, because we've been there, right? I was talking to my team cup about, oh my gosh, Siri thought I was, no, Siri. What was I going to say? Oh, we were talking about transformation pictures. And I remember how flippin' scary it was to post my transformation. And how I did it, and I did it at night, and I shut my phone off, and I didn't look at it again until the next morning. So not that you have to do that kind of transformation, but I challenge all of you to just open up and do a personal post. Even if you're a newer coach, like open up and share something that you haven't shared before. And even if you shared something last week, do it again because new people are going to see it. It takes people 3 or 4 or 5 times to see something before it really sinks in, you know? I always look at who's on the call, and I know, Emily, I know you said this to me, like, I don't know if it was last week or something, but how many times did you and I talk, and you were like, nope, 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 and then all of a sudden she did it. And even with coaching, too, I was like, you should coach, you should coach, you should coach, and she's like, nope, nope, nope. You know, Shannon, we had the same thing, you know? So it takes somebody 2 or 3 or 4 times to hear you say it and to see what you're posting about and talking about. So even if you just talked last week about your confidence, talk about it again, you know, those kind of things. So I just challenge you to take a step out of your comfort zone, and good things happen when you do that. So, and the last thing is just checking in the challenge group. So again, I try and do this at least once a day. It's harder when I keep track in that notebook because I always have to have that notebook with me. But just check in, you know, and comment and just add some value. Think about when you were in your first challenge group and when people commented on yours, how it made you feel. It made you feel like you were a part of something. So we owe that to the challengers and the groups now. And just know that those are all future potential coaches, So, oh my gosh, I'm done. What questions do you guys have?
I had one, but I can't remember.
Story of my life, Shannon.
Yeah, just wait till you're 45.
I have a question.
Yeah, go for it.
So the person I signed up today, I wasn't even really talking to about it. She was like, "Hey, I'm interested in the shakes that you're doing." So I told her a little bit about them, and she signed up literally 10 minutes later. Can they all be that easy? So
I will tell you what, sometimes they are and sometimes they aren't. I'm looking at who's on the call. Megan, she messaged me and wanted to sign up, and she didn't hesitate at all. She bought at 160. She didn't hesitate at all. Shannon and I went back and forth. Shannon was totally against Shakeology. She's like, I'm not drinking that. I can't. You and I went back and forth for a long time. And Liz, I can't remember. Did we go back and forth or? I can't remember.
A little bit. We went back and forth.
Yeah. So no, they're not all going to be that easy, but some of them are. Sometimes. It really, when you get stuff like that, then you're on a high, and that's when you need to go send out more invites and stuff. But that's always a person to keep in the back of your mind, that's somebody that really wants to do it and they're motivated and they have that potential to be a good someday too, those kind of things. So
do you invite the people to the challenge group on the My Tracker challenge, or do I do that?
You get me their email, because then, because unfortunately with the way it is, you have to be a coach on the group to be able to add people. So if you just get me their email, did you add it to that file?
Yeah.
Okay, I sent her an email, or a link. So she should have gotten one, and I can send you one too. So, let me send you to the email that I send out so that she knows how to download it, or did you send her that at all?
No, I haven't sent her.
Okay. Let me send that to you real quick. Did she do a 21-day fix? Is that what she bought?
Yep.
Okay, let me just send you my actually I'm gonna send you my Country Heat one because I changed that one. So, and then just change it to be, I don't know, I've had more success with this latest email I've sent out about, I didn't say you will post, you will do this, but I kind of did, and I found more success with people doing that. Okay, Emily, there we go. Okay, I just sent it to you. So it has actually, hang on. Did that one have? That might not have had information about the tracker app. Hang on. I'll send you both, and then you can take parts of it. P.S. I think it's starting to storm or rain. All right.
I won't tell anyone that you didn't change the name, but
I sent you my drafts.
oh, okay.
I've done it so many times where I don't know. That's the worst. How do you overcome that when you send somebody the wrong name? I don't even know. I'm just well, I'm just gonna.
Hey at the top.
Usually what I try to do on my drafts is I put hey girl or hey lady or something, so that way if I do forget, then it's not somebody's name. But yeah, so
my person signed up today, but I didn't receive a confirmation email that she signed up. Am I supposed to, or no?
No, you don't get an email, but if you log into your back office, you should have on the left-hand side, it should say one new personally sponsored coach, and then she should pop up.
Yep, she did.
Yep, and I saw it too. I saw that in the back office. So, and then what you'll want to do is when you have the next person that wants to sign up, switch your leg to the other one, to the left, I think. So that way, then you'll have one on each, and then you'll be emerald. So.
And so can people sign up at like any time they want to, or only when we're kind of having challenges?
Nope, whenever they want to. And then you just kind of have to decide, okay, and it's something you can ask them to, like if they're really ready to get started, you can throw them in a group that just got started, or, you know, like if you have somebody that signs up tomorrow, I would almost just have them wait until the 29th because shipping takes a week anyways. You know, so if they sign up tomorrow, they'll get on the 24th, and then, you know, that's a few days they can kind of get started and stuff. So it just depends on the person, but.
Hey, Kylie.
Hey, yeah.
I messaged Linda and she wants to join the group that just started on Monday. So can you add her and myself to that?
Yes. Let me see if her email pops up here. Sometimes it does. That's really nice. Oh yeah, Linda. Yep, she's on here. So I'll send her that right now. Sent. Awesome. Anything else, you guys? Any other questions? I know we kind of gave you a lot of information, but yeah, go ahead, Em.
When did you go off like your coach? Because like you're in charge of like all of us, and then like our challengers.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, when did you go off your coach?
When did we branch off? It was shortly after Megan started coaching, because then it was me and Megan and Julie. And we just had enough challengers on our own to kind of branch off. So it was January for sure, but was it earlier than that? Was it December maybe?
I think like after November, we did the November like fall team cup or whatever, and we just ended up signing up so many people that we just had so many, because I remember like the beginning of the year, I even ran my own challenge group because I had so many of my coaches and like challengers that it was just like 100 people in one thing. And so so we split off for a few months, I think, but then I like came back on like in like February or March or something.
Yeah, but we've been away from like my coach
for a while. Yeah. I think it was actually like when Julie and I worked really close to Diamond, because we just had enough people and wanted to, I don't know.
We just kind of wanted to do our own thing, and we just kind of, I don't know. I learned a lot from my coach, but I just kind of have a different way of wanting to do things, and so yeah. And there's just so many of us too and there's so many on her team too that it was just like too many people and all that kind of stuff. So.
Well, and we run challenge groups no matter if you have new people or I do or something. So was one reason why too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Awesome. Well, you guys, I will let you go and let you get some work done. I gotta go do it too. So, thanks for tuning in. Yeah, I know. I'm like wired though. On Tuesday nights when we get done, I'm like wide awake. I'm like, oh. My brain is spinning. But last night I had to make myself go to bed. I'm like, you are gonna get up and you're gonna be tired. So. All right. Well, don't hesitate to reach out if you have questions or, you want to send me like a sample of a conversation or an invite you're sending and something's not going well. If you want me to share, those check back messages or those kind of things, just let me know and I can share those with you. And
I was gonna ask you, sorry, about in the Country Heat group with that tracker thing. I've been watching and like none of my people are like filling it out, but they're posting and they're like, sharing and they're just not rating themselves. Should I like tag all my people in there just to see like maybe they didn't catch that?
yeah, you could do that.
Okay.
Because I know just the other day I had somebody, they were like, one of my challengers was like, I said something about don't forget to fill out the tracker. And she's like, what's that? And I was like, look back to Monday when I tagged you all in it, So, yeah. And then there was another gal too. I'm not sure who it was, but she's like, how do I find this? And I don't know. I was like, scroll back and find it. Like, I don't know. I don't have time to. But yeah, and then I don't know. Did everybody switch over to week 2 then when they were post updating it? Yeah, a few people did. So yeah, and then they have to request access, but as soon as I get to my computer and my email, I can accept it or let them access it. So
Okay.
yeah.
I'm trying to find the thing on there now.
Well, and it's hard because like you can't. Does it show up on as a file
Oh, maybe.
in the files section?
I've got nothing in there.
No. Maybe I should upload it as a file. Maybe that would help. Let me do that really quick and see if I'll see if I can. I don't know if I can.
Look, so I'm trying to think of, what day do you remember was it?
Last Monday, so it was the 8th.
Okay. I'll keep scrolling.
That was when I had my little meltdown about, I don't know how to change it. I don't want to mess it up. Okay, let me see. I don't know if I can.
I wish that even though people post on people's stuff, I wish it would just stay in order. Like, because then it's, I don't know.
So yeah, I don't know how to upload something from my Google Drive.
Well, I feel like if I tag my people, then everyone else can tag. I mean, it should go to the top or whatever.
Did you find it?
I'm still scrolling.
Could be here for another 20 minutes.
Well, then I'm like probably gonna pass it. So.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, I know it was last Monday, the 8th.
So I was gonna go through photos, but I didn't know. Sometimes the photos don't work. Like sometimes it skips over. My goodness. I'm on the 12th, so I'm getting closer.
Closer. Well, and then when you comment, it'll boost it to the top. So
Yeah, I found your video. Okay, so that was Sunday, right?
the live video.
When did we do the live video?
That Thursday, so the 11th.
Okay, so I'm getting, okay, there's the 9th. Okay, now I have to slow down because I'm gonna pass it. Oh, crap. Okay. Oh no, someone's commenting on stuff and it's like
Shooting me to the top.
okay. We'll go back.
You'll be chasing it forever.
Oh my gosh.
Well, you know what? Here, I have a better idea. I'll just hang on. Stop scrolling.
I'm almost there. I'm on the 10th.
It's the next one.
Yeah, I'm on the 10th. I'm not anywhere close.
Here, I will just I'll repost the link. Here is the tracker sheet to request access to. Upload your posts. Please make sure to total. Post.
That sounds like me when I was eating that Crunch and Munch with you typing.
Oh, could you hear that?
Yeah.
Did you see it, Megan?
Did you just? Oh,
Here, I'll tag you in it. There.
my computer is on a scroll fast. Oh, look, there it is. Okay, because I was gonna tag my people in it, and
Yeah, I'll just upload it like, oh wait. I think I said, hang on, I'm gonna edit it and say, what the points. Okay. Awesome. All right. Does anybody else have a question or anything? No.
I don't think so.
The real question is, do I wash my hair tonight or no? You guys are all like, you have to go to work. So yes, your hair. The days of no showering are over. All right.